If you're watching this, it's because you are considering getting your real estate license in the state of Alaska, which, congratulations. This is a great industry. It's a great career choice. There's going to be a lot of really great things about it that you're going to absolutely love, and that's going to make the long hours and all the other cons really worth it to you. But the important thing is for you to just be aware of what those are so you can make the best decision for you about whether or not this is a good choice for you and everything else that you're wanting to do. Now, before we go too much further, my name is Jamin. I'm a realtor in South Central Alaska. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams. And make sure that you like, subscribe, all that good stuff to the channel. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it, talking about whether or not you should get your license, looking first at all the good stuff. So first off, looking at the stuff in the pro column, I am going to say having the freedom to kind of choose your own schedule is really rewarding. Now, this is kind of a double-edged sword, and a lot of people have been in for a while. They joke that, I got up, I quit my 9 to 5 so I can make my own schedule, and now I just work all the time. And that's, probably more true than false. A lot of people get into real estate for that freedom, and they do end up working a lot more hours. But the reason that they're working a lot more hours is because they're more passionate about what it is that they're doing. Hopefully. If they're not, I kind of question why they're still in the industry. But you have the ability to actually help people make some of the most consequential decisions that they are going to be making in their lives, certainly in their financial lives. And these are going to be big mile markers that you get to be a big part of. And that is a really rewarding experience. If you're a people person, this is going to be perfect for you. If you're really the analytical person and setting people up financially by helping them get into a good house that's going to be, really work for them on a budget, that's going to be great for you. If you're someone who's just really a hard charger and you're going to look out for your clients better than anyone else, guess what? This is still going to be a great spot for you as well. If you want to help create a lot of stability for people, well, I got news for you. This is also going to be a good industry for you. So there is a lot of room in this industry for all personality types and helping people accomplish what it is that they want to do. So it's very rewarding really across the entire board. Additionally, you can really decide what your activities are going to be in real estate. Now, this is another double-edged sword, and this really becomes the bane of a lot of novice agents that are just getting into it, is it's not a 9 to 5 where you have a manager looking over your shoulder telling you exactly what it is that you need to do in order to be successful. You are the boss now. It's not that there's no boss. It's you are the boss, and you have to tell yourself what it is that needs to be done, and you need to get yourself up and going and make it happen. And let me tell you, some days you're not going to want to do it. Some days you're going to wish you had a boss there to force you to do it, but you don't, so you're going to have to just make it happen. You cannot wait for motivation because motivation is just not going to show up and save the day. Instead of being motivated, you have to be disciplined, and that's going to be something you're going to have to just do for yourself. Now, another thing that's really nice about this industry, there is no cap on how much it is that you can make, and you can do pretty well, but it's going to come with its own cons though, because there's no bottom at how little you can make as well. You can end up losing money after working your tail end off for an entire year. Like I remember the first year, I was probably putting in about 60, 70 hours a week, and if I broke it down per hour, then it was pretty abysmal. I think I was barely making like the minimum wage like that first year. After that, starting to get established, actually creating a real business instead of just being a salesperson, like actually created a business that's delivering a predictable, high quality product and experience for people. That's where you start doing better financially, and it's really in direct proportion to how good of a service that you can provide. And that's the other thing that a lot of people really have a hard time making that adjustment, going from working a 9 to 5 to being in real estate. This is the most pure form of capitalism that still exists. Okay, it is, if you're really good at your job, you're going to do very well at the bank. If you are not guaranteed a minimum wage, you're not guaranteed a certain salary, you're not guaranteed nothing. Okay, if you are showing up with a bad attitude and you're not getting after it, well, you're not going to make it, and you're going to be one of the 80% of people who end up leaving within the first couple of years. Harsh, that is just the truth. Let's take a break real quick. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you do know that I focus primarily on the South Central Alaska area. And while that's going to remain the case moving forward, we are actually going to be partnering with our colleagues across the entire state to bring you market updates for what's going on inside the markets of each one of the big market centers here in the state of Alaska, looking at Fairbanks, Kenai, Homer, Kodiak, and Juneau/the Southeast area. So this is going to be a very exciting project called the Trailblazer Project. I've not seen this done in any other state before, where we are bringing you all the market updates for the entire state under the roof of one channel. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So when you guys are seeing market updates coming from people who aren't just me on the channel, you know what's going on there. If you guys are really nice, then we might actually be able to convince some of these folks to actually provide some more content and talk specifically about what it's like living in their market. So when you see these videos pop up, make sure to jump over there, give them plenty of likes, plenty of love, give them lots of comments. And just know that that's fulfilling kind of the mission we still have on the YouTube channel to help you build an intentional and significant legacy for yourself and your family by coaching you in real estate, whether that be in South Central Alaska or anywhere else in Alaska that we have our colleagues in at the moment. So just want to make you aware of that, and let's go on and finish today's video. Now, another con of working in the industry is that a lot of people are going to be looking at how many houses you sell, and they're going to start doing their amateur accounting is going to be going into work. They're going to start trying to figure out how much it is that you make. And unfortunately, none of those people really are going at it at the same perspective that you are going to be going at it as a business person, because you're looking at it, you're thinking payroll taxes, you're thinking sales tax for this, and that, you're thinking 30% brokerage split. You're going through all these things you're going to have to pay out, like your dues, your operating expenses, your cost of sales, how much it costs to have the photographer go out there, how much it costs to have signs installed. Do we need to have new signs? Okay, there's another $500. We have a this new client appreciation event coming up. So excited for that, and that's going to be $2,000. And you've got all this stuff, all these expenses going out, and nobody really stops to think about that. They just see your, how much your gross commission income is, and nobody really stops to think about, okay, how much is he actually taking home though? Because you're running a business. It's not like you go to McDonald's, you spend $5 on a burger or whatever, and it's like, well, we just made the owner $5 richer. Well, no, they got to pay somebody there to take care of it and then keep the lights on, all this other stuff. For some reason, that same logic just doesn't transfer to real estate as well. So you'll have some people kind of looking at your paycheck and trying to overanalyze it, and they'll think that you're rich and start giving you a bunch of speeches. If you're lucky, they'll be giving you the speeches. If not, then we need to talk to try to make sure that people are giving you those speeches and that you're being as successful as you want to be. Now, this is just going to be kind of the general pros and cons. Like I said, it's a very rewarding industry, and you get to be there with people as they're making some of their biggest decisions in their lives. That being said, though, it is not for everybody. The vast, vast majority of people who end up washing out is very high. I heard somewhere before it's about 80% of agents who start are going to wash out within like the first couple of years of them starting, because it is a lot more difficult than it's advertised as being. It's a lot more hours, and there's going to be a lot more learning. There's going to be a lot more learning going on before you start actually earning. And that is just the reality of the industry. It is the most pure form of capitalism that's still out there, and you get paid in direct proportion to whatever service it is that you're able to provide. That being said, though, we are actually hiring a buyer's agent for the Goecker Group, the group that I am the founder of. I guess that's the right way to put it. And we are actually going to be looking at bringing on a buyer's agent in the near future. So if you were currently in the industry and looking at making a change, or you're looking at jumping into the industry, certainly feel free to reach out to me and let's chat a little bit and see if this is going to be a good fit for you. For some people it is. Other people, I'm going to shoot very straight with you and just be honest, because I had a number of people who did that with me, and it was very beneficial, and I got a lot out of it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.